not having respect of the sea, that's the most dangerous thing. And not knowing your limits too. On the tall ship, if you don't know your limits, where you can go, it's going to become dangerous for you and especially for the others. And the sea is just beautiful and it has its good sides and bad sides. You cannot always expect to have the good ones. And that's why you not go sailing. You go sailing for the worst weather and you go through it and you're just like, I think I'm gonna die. But then afterwards you're just, yes, fuck, it's amazing. Let's do it again.
La situation est extrêmement angoissante. Il faut que j'aille acheter des cigarettes, mais le tabac est fermé. C'est très difficile. Ouh là là, c'est carrément la panique. Il faut aussi que je pense à acheter des allumettes et aussi des chewing-gums. Et aussi un Twix. Car oui voilà, je fume des clopes dans un blockhaus noir parce que je suis déprimé. Je fume des clopes dans un blockhaus noir parce que je suis déprimé.
Sicurezza è la prima cosa, occhiali, guanti, maschera, qualsiasi cosa tu faccia. Ovviamente ci sono delle cose che richiedono un determinato tipo di equipaggiamento e altre cose che ne richiedono un altro. Di solito iniziamo alle 8 e finiamo alle 5, il pranzo è gratuito perché fa volontaria, sì, qui. Qui ci sono degli armadietti che puoi usare per mettere le tue cose perché sicuramente userai dei vestiti di merda. Io mi prendo il riferimento per materiali, sicurezza, qualsiasi dubbio, proprio a livello logistico più che altro. Ma poi con tutti quanti in realtà, se hai domande, se sei curiosa, chiedi, non ti fare problemi, sì. Oggi in realtà credo che tu starai in giro a dare un'occhiata, Pietro forse aveva bisogno di una mano.
Chiaro, sono qua.
So the rig is, in loosest terms, everything above deck level that powers the vessel. So you have the spars, which is the masts, the yards, the booms, the gaffs. Those are used to spread the sail. And then you have the rigging, which has two components. The standing rigging, which is what supports the masts and takes the load from the sail and transfers it to the hull. And you have the running rigging, which helps to manipulate the sails and the spars in order to capture the winds. So we are putting a topsail schooner rig, which is very similar to the rig that Brigantes was built with. So we're taking a rig which was drawn for a hull that's pretty similar to Brigantes and just scaling it to our hull. We have a lot of wire to serve. Each piece of standing rigging will be fully served, and it is a multi-step process, all with the intention of waterproofing the wire. So now we have to collect all our tools, and I like to, again, this is a thing I like to do. I don't always do this. I often don't do this very well, is to gather all the tools needed for the job so that you don't have to stop what you're doing or get to the next step. Within every step, we're coating it with a lot of pine tar. Pine tar is derived from trees, from the roots and the very resinous parts of trees, and it creates a nice waterproof, malleable coating and surface protection. We are currently in the first stage of worming, which is just passing a small twine into the gap in between the strands of wire, and that's just to try to fill all the voids anywhere where water can collect. After this, we'll start to parcel, which will be just wrapping a canvas around there. And then the last step is serving. After it's parceled, we'll start to wrap it with the marlin. So here is a serving mallet. This is for serving a long run of wire, but you use this tool and friction to tension the marlin and turn it around the wire. It's very much a lost art. It's all just practices that are passed down through the maintenance of whatever tall ships are left sailing or as museum ships. There's some people out there trying to keep some of these older methods alive. A lot of tall ships have adapted to some more modern standards and practices, but there's just something about continuing to keep alive this traditional work and this traditional art, because it's a craft. Tapper, just some sort of soft metal.
You can ask him a very small thing and he's gonna explain everything you could possibly want to know about it and even more. And that is beautiful. Like, I'm trying to keep up with remembering all of it. It's working now, still working, but it's hard to remember everything. But he's very patient. That's the beauty of all tall ships. It's that it's this tradition which exists for hundreds and hundreds of years. It hasn't changed because there's no reason for it to change, because it's working perfectly like it is, because they thought everything through. Like, they really thought every single thing through, what they are doing on tall ships, and they've perfected it.
Comme un camion.
Ah oui, c'est la même. Tu tournes à droite, il va à droite, tu tournes à gauche, il va à gauche.
On conduit souvent des camions.
Oui, oui, oui. Je te vois bien avec des gros tatouages sur les biceps là.
On a tall ship, we had guests, like these mid-40 guys who were like sailing enthusiasts and were like, yeah, let's pull on the line. And they're like, I got it. And they're starting to get really hard for them. And then one of the girls comes and fucking pull that line like really hard. And then people are just standing and looking like, what is she doing? How? What? Because in the end, it's technique. We can do everything a man can do. Men suddenly realize that women can do way more. And they're capable of doing way more than they used to do. And now we're here and we're proving it every single day.